All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Game number 2 in this best of 3 for the OlimoLeague. Spawning here in the bottom left corner of Deadwing. He's down 1 at the moment. We'll see if he can bring it back. It's going to be Dignitas Seed.
Right, as the Red Terran, it's Gumiho.
Man, there's moments where you're like, you always know Gumiho's a good player. But you don't have like that one specific example you can show somebody and be like, this is why he's a good player. But moments like what we just saw, those are the highlight moments you link to somebody and be like, this is why you cheer for X versus Y. The funny thing is though, Seed's actually the type of player who's pulled that off a lot in the past, versus Zerg specifically, where we see that crazy Warpers micro. There's also an instance, we have the highlight on YouTube for sure, it was Seed versus San. Seed manages to hold in a PvP where he's got like a quarter of the stalker count and no immortals. Like, Seed has done some magic with his own micro in the past. So it's not just that Gumiho did really well that game, and we're so excited I didn't really get to elaborate on this. But as cool as that control was, I've seen equivalent, if not better, out of Seed. So for that to happen versus Seed is kind of this moment where you're like, whoa, whoa, like what is happening?
Yeah. Man, Seed, a lot of, any type of Blink Stalker all in, 1 base, 2 base, really committed or semi-committed, I guess. That first attack is usually what sets the standard, You either surprise them and get the bunker and blink out, and then everything's downhill from there, or you don't realize they have stim and you get demolished and you lose like 6 of your stalkers, which isn't necessarily what happened there, but there was still a missed micro, right? Going up that ramp at first, you lost a bunch that maybe you shouldn't have. And that kind of set the tone. Obviously, Gumiho's micro with the last 3 Marauders that were so close to dying. Had those died, maybe the ball starts rolling in the Seed's side, but
well, I think
really
there's a lot to nitpick, but it just got really cool at the end.
It did. I just, Seed, I felt like he actually had a pretty good chance there. Gumiho was not expecting me all in. Maybe some pressure, but it's not 6 gateways worth of stalkers.
Well, for Deadwing, it's a much larger map. We might have a chance to see a macro game. I would certainly love to see Seed and Gumiho go ahead in the late game. Between the 91 Happy games, between Chaos and Hearthstone, like, we have been really, quite frankly, blessed with some sick TVPs in the past on Base Trade TV, and this certainly has the making to be another one.
Yeah. Yep. Well, this Reaper is going to try and get some good scouting. Of course, Seed not opening with an Oracle or anything like that yet. I mean, it's always could be his build. Oh, well. Never mind. And gas is pretty late. So, we'll see what he does. He opens a Twilight Council or a Robo. Expect to see just a mid-game.
Well, I like the 3 racks. I mean, whether you're worried about an Oracle, whether you want to use this offensively, it's production. And oftentimes we'll see that push from Terran. It's like, surprise, Mothership Core, you actually were not enough, and walk right past to go up to the main and get some probe kills over there.
Yeah. Glad to see the Nexus as far done as it is.
Yeah, it's a good scout for the Reaper.
And he'll get in here, and he should be able to get out unless he just runs underneath the Mothership. What the hell?
Even Seed saying, what? Like, why you do that? Why you do that thing? Give us, look, I won game number 1. I just wanted to cut you some slack, so here you go. I mean, what makes it worse is this is Deadwing, right? Like, there's the exit from here. You can go through that Reaper shouldn't have died for many different reasons.
Yes, exactly. Good guy Seed though would probably be like, "Yo, you lagging?" Oh well. We have a Marauder, concussive shell opener here.
Yeah. So this prioritized over Stim definitely means Gumiho's going to want to get some kills. I mean, chasing with the range right now would be silly, just lose some health. But of course, once that concussive shell's in play, it's a lot easier to catch the errant stalkers in the middle of the map.
There's the Marauder that goes with it, though.
That's actually a fantastic point. Why go concussive shells with no Marauders? He's got 1. Here it is. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It just transferred over. We're looking around, so it looked a bit awkward.
All right. So if the best thing that usually happens is you catch 2 stalkers out in the middle of the map doing, their usual, like, I have the map presence, like, nothing's gonna happen to me, I'm totally safe. Worst case scenario, I mean, I guess you don't do anything, which is possible. You can just, pop off the overcharge, and the units aren't quite, near enough to really dive on them. But the
Well, actually,
mothership's not in
really
position.
far. Yeah, now it's coming in though. He might get a sentry for this. I guess if he gets both sentries, it'd be fantastic. He'll get the stalker too, by the looks of it.
Yeah, this is really great. This is already really great.
Yeah, even probes being pulled into it. So that's lost mining on top of all this.
Yep, definitely consider that worth the army that he had to lose for it. Got to be 2 Marines. Did not quite scout the Immortal, which that would have been absolutely perfect. I mean, you get units, some probes, the cannon, and see the Immortal, which, you know, is probably going to be the Immortal all in. There was a time that an Immortal in the beginning was just like, they were too afraid to go straight to a Colossus, you know? There wasn't the mothership, basically. It was Wings of Liberty. But if you see an Immortal this early, it's going to be an Immortal bust. There's no question.
Well, the Marines in the middle of the map are going to control the watchtowers, which is kind of okay for now, but I really don't think he's too worried about Seed pushing out the base after an attack like that. But, yeah, I mean, with the fact that we haven't seen a lot of Immortal busts, but it's like in the last 2 days we have. 91 went for one yesterday too. Immortal busts in general are pretty strong, but I mean, I guess that's more emphasis on those first 2 sentries dying. Just
It seems so late though. You know, he waited for the 3rd Immortal. Now he pushes out.
Now he's got no Immortals.
But yeah, now he knows.
This squad of Marines, like, it's got a tough choice. You either come home right now and have the best defense of your life, or you wait till your opponent's completely out of their base, storm in, and like Gumiho looks like he wants to do. He's making sure there's no observer to see him turn in. That's such a smart move.
Oh, he needs to wait just a little bit longer. Just wait a little bit longer. No!
Oh,
well, I guess he's gonna get 2 stalkers for it.
Yeah, but he poked out a little too soon. I mean, that could have been so much damage to that probe line.
He's buying time, and Seed, you know, he had to make the choice. Do I follow that, or do I just go now? Because he knows it's coming.
Right, but here's the problem, right? Like, even if you have these bunkers at the front, there's going to be these rocks. Mortals will tear these down pretty quick if he wants to go a different angle. I
really feel like Seed, this is a pretty late one. Not anybody had 2, and Medivacs ran out. Sim was done, but like Medivacs being out is such a big deal.
Loses stalkers, a lot of stalkers.
Yeah, looks like Gumiho was setting up for a back attack more than a counter attack of these Marines.
I think it's more like he's just trying to find a way to use the Marines. They're too little to really cause a lot of damage, and they're not enough to really stop this attack. But there's the attack of the rocks as predicted. Got a Widowmine coming down though. This will actually help a lot. Even if it just kills one Zealot, it's still worth it.
Hopefully we'll see some more Gumiho micro on the Marauders. Oh, jeez. Scan? I think he knows, but he doesn't have enough scan energy. Oh, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up!
Okay, nice pickup. Yeah, without that many stalkers here, it's actually not a lot of threat to the Medivacs doing that move, but the Marines come in a bit awkwardly. They burn a couple more force fields. You know, Seed's exhausted a lot of energy on these garden shields and force fields. He actually doesn't have enough to bust anything at this point. There's nothing here to stop the army from getting cluttered up. I mean, this is looking better and better for Gumiho. Seed going... I mean, I don't know why he's playing so scared into this, but this Colossus coming in the back end. As long as he doesn't over-dedicate, he can always recall. And if he gets to the point with this Colossus in play, that's where he can actually start taking on this bio a little more efficiently.
Hey, he's gonna go for Colossus all in after this. Actually, slaps down the 3 more gateways. You know, bringing up to a total of 7, which is, you know, 6 or 7 is what you usually see.
4 more actually. So eat.
Okay.
Just solidifying your point.
I just don't know. Like 8 actually seems a little much, but all right then. But 8 gateways. Projection's gonna be a lot of ground units.
You know what the 8th gateway is? The 8th gateway is, oops, we're gonna miss a warp in cycle because we'll be microing so hard.
Yeah, I guess so.
Gets the observer too. Wow, nicely done here by Gumiho. With +1 weapon upgrades and everything he could hope for, combat shields and stim, he should be able to deal with the Immortal army. But even with just 1 Colossus, oh, pardon me, it's 2. Never mind. This is actually quite scary.
It's still the case where, you know, it is still delayed. There's so many Medivacs. He catches the army. Like, you need an army to protect the Colossus.
Yeah.
And that army's dying.
The buffer is disappearing very quickly. He's filtering through these force fields. The Marines are spread out so far, it's going to be really hard to collect the Colossus, the actual shots they need. Seed's going to start microing back, but Stim Bio on top of the Colossus. They pounce! Oh, they go down, and this is really bad for Seed. He kills a lot of bio through this, but there's no way he kills enough. Widowmine's going to burrow directly on top of these Stalkers. Oh, doesn't get a shot, but didn't need to. Gumiho has got this game in the bag. 57 supply over 18.
Good look easy. This one.
Yeah, I don't think this one Colossus is going to save him. There's so many Medivacs, actually, that each of these guys has their own healer.
Yep. Oh, good spread. just enough Marauders to really take on the army. Doesn't target down the Colossus, so I'll have to pick up and get out and wait for the rest of his army.
This is the awkwardest chase I've ever seen for like 4 bio units.
Yeah.
The Colossus
Wow,
leaping
killed
through a
them,
cloud of medevacs. Like, excuse me, pardon me, come through.
You better watch that Woodamon.
Oh, it's gonna kill like 3 stalkers. Or just
Oh.
one.
Oh, but the fucking Marauder killed that one, didn't it?
Oh, did it? Yeah, actually, the Woodamines only got 1 kill. Maybe, I don't know. Either way, this is, I don't know. For Seed's sake, he hasn't had to deal with Vikings yet, but they're on the way. There's some more Woodamines you can pick up and go if he wants to. I mean, that you're right. Like going back to the point of this game, that Immortal Bus came really late. It was something they should have hit much sooner. It's one thing for the Terran player to have Stim. It's a whole nother for them to have Medevacs by the time the attack comes.
And just how like hesitant he had to be because he was prepared for it. The Colossus follow-up was not a bad idea, but getting caught out like he is now,
I just
for instance,
normally you can't do this because there's so many stalkers, but he's like, screw the stalkers, focus by the Colossus. That's it. Good game is called, and Gumiho will find himself going to the semifinals of the OlimoLeague, where he will fight against Salvation.